We are doing a saddling session today. We'll work first with Alpha, as we usually do. This is repeat of what we did months ago, but we're gonna do it again now because it is the end of May. We expect to be going out in the Ranchos trails within the next month or two, and we want to make sure that they will tolerate the saddle on their back. They have in the past. We just have to make sure that we cinch it tight enough. Because one time it wasn't cinched tight for Beta and he did spook. He's here to watch. He's gonna play in his wading tub. And look who else is here to watch. Thor in his filming cart. And the goats are here to watch. They just chose to come here when they saw us heading for the tacking area. Alpha absolutely knows that he is in a lesson. It is like around 1:30 on the 23rd of May, 2026, but we haven't started the real hot El Nino weather yet. We'll probably be meeting earlier in the day as the weather gets hotter. Thor is very interested in what's going on. And there's Beta watching from a little bit of a distance. I think we can leave this saddle rack here with the saddle without having the boys mess with it. We'll see. Okay, now we're going to cinch it up. He thinks he's supposed to lay down. Okay? They just try to do what they think is the right answer. Are you going to be able to grab that cinch? Yeah, but he's going to lay down anyway, or at least offer to. Thor's watching, very curious what's going on. There's a breeze. That's nice. Okay, now we want to make sure it's not going to slip around. You feel it's tight enough for that. You know, in the near future, I'll find something we can use as a breast collar that will help us to be sure it's not going to slip around. We use breast collars with horses all the time. Okay. Now, Beta's watching. I'm going to see if I can carefully wheel Thor.
I'm just going to stay around here so you can see in the shade.
Wait, do you think you can pull him?
We can just stay around here.
Oh, you're just going to stay around here. Okay. For this fitting of the saddle, that's a good idea. Remember, we have that training area there where we can zigzag and pick up speed and deal with anything that happens to be coming down the Ranchos trails. Good. You can even zigzag there a little bit. Alpha is looking very comfortable. Around a tree, around a hose spigot, around a sprinkler riser, goats over there. Coming in and out of the fence, the finish line fencing, they know it stretches, so they just lift it up. Just check the saddle again and make sure it's still tight because it seems to be slipping a little bit.
Pretty tight.
Still tight, okay. They're doing fine. So far, Alpha has a A. Beta's definitely watching. Our Kubota's still here because we still are trying to get a part for it. It's been ordered from the Grass Valley Kubota shop. And then we'll finish flail mowing out here. Tavis, the sprinklers came on at 9 o'clock this morning out there. Remember they came on with us here? And, Matthew's gonna probably have to reprogram that. Oh, he's doing just fine. Beta's going with him. Kind of trotting along. We've got some trees and some tree stumps here. We've got hoses hanging. Is he gonna go into the water? Yes. Definitely. No problem. I think Beta's gonna go into the water too. Well, he thought about it, then he changed his mind. Oh no, now he's thinking about it again. Well, not only does Alpha so far have an A, he's got an A+.
Try Beta?
Yeah, now let's try Beta, because as you know, from past experiences, he is a little bit slower in learning and being willing to give us the right answer. Now, are we going to get him in here easily? First, we'll take the saddle off Alpha.
Maybe just time it here. See if we can get
This is actually a good time for the shade right here. This is very comfortable. Oh, and he's got him tied
Try again. Come on, bud.
to the panel. He's got Alpha tied. He's gonna, okay, he just told Beta to come on in, so he did. Okay, now we're gonna switch roles. Alpha's gonna be able to watch, and Beta is gonna be led with the halter, with, we hope, the saddle, the English saddle on his back over the English saddle pad. And we've got our saddle rack here just to keep it stored conveniently. Nice breeze. blue sky. Good boy, Alpha. You're a good alpaca. Now let's see what Beta says. I'm thinking he's already expecting you to approach him. Thor's taking a nap. I'm gonna go over here, try to get a good video of Beta's behavior. Now he's avoiding. Alpha did not avoid. But we've got the gates closed. Now, once he touched him on his neck, in the spot that we usually engage him first on his neck, he is standing there fine. Now, what will he say when we put the blanket on and then the saddle on and try to cinch him up? Can't be sure. It's been months since we've done it. Let's see what he says. Okay, he's letting us put the English saddle blanket on his back. No issues so far. Here comes the English saddle. Is there gonna be an issue? So far, okay. But now, is he gonna go down? Yes, as soon as you reach down there, he thinks the right answer is to lay down. And so did Alpha. We'll try to figure this one out so that they'll know the difference. Even though we're bending down, we're not asking them to cush. Their ears are back. They're both very aware that there's some kind of a mechanical equipment being used in a neighbor's yard nearby. I can hear it too. Not sure you can hear it on the camera. But it is spring, and this is the time to be cutting down the weeds. So far, so good. Make it at least as tight as you had it on Alpha. Good. Now we're taking the walk in this area, which is between the training and the tacking areas. So far, so good. He's looking around, he's walking. Oh, he's a little bit concerned right now. Here comes Alpha. And you know what I'm going to do for Thor's sake? He loves to come out and watch our lessons. I'm going to leave this buggy here near our 4x8 trailer. And then we'll just carry him out or leash him out and put him in the buggy to watch the lesson. Okay, now Beta did manage to step into the water, but he only stayed there for a second or two. It just takes practice, repetition. I'm confident, optimistic that we're going to be able to go out on the Rancho's trails with confidence. Around the trees, around the irrigation, next to the hoses, next to the water tub, around the irrigation riser. Dor is very happy to be out here. And when I go in my car, if I use the word car, he knows that that means when I reach down to pick him up, that he's going to go into his car seat in my car. And he loves doing that, looking out the window. Remember, he was just a rescue dog. He really just knew what kennel life was like. Now he's understanding and enjoying family life. So far, Beta is getting an A. Okay, he felt the stirrups on the side of his body and kicked out at them. Okay, so A- for that, but still in the A range. The goats are here nearby. Now, if you look back a few months ago when we were filming, you can find the Urban Alpaca Girl shows where we were first training them to carry a saddle. It's obvious so far today that they remember what they learned back then. We even had a child in the saddle with a helmet on back when we were using the training area near the sheds. He's a little bit veering off here. What is his concern? Okay, is he going to step in the water? Yeah, with 1 foot so far. Okay. Yes, he's understanding that that's what he's supposed to be doing with the water. He's drinking it as well. We clean it out every weekend. He's feeling the pull of the lead line on his halter, and he's being responsive. Thor's having a good time here in his buggy. Goats are having a good time nearby at the gate. and the finish line fence. Kubota is not scaring either of the boys at all. Now, depending upon how he allows you to take this tack off, he still has at least an A-. Now we're tying him to the 12-foot panel. Okay. Now will he let him take the saddle off without issue? Kicking out a little bit. With repetition, even the kicking out will stop, in my opinion. We've got the saddle and the blankie off. He's allowing us to keep him tied while we do that. Very good. Now, will he let us take the halter off? Yes. He was kind of hard to teach to halter compared to Alpha, but when he learned it, he finally learned it. He was willing. Gate open to the big pasture, and since we cut down some of the high grasses there, the boys go out there every day now for a little while. We're putting all the tack back in the places where it's safe to be stored. And this was a very good Urban Alpaca Girls show, confirming that when Alpha and Beta learn something, they can remember it. Now we're carefully going back to open gates that they're used to having open. Thor is very comfortable here. I actually think we can just leave the buggy right here. I can't imagine anybody getting in trouble with it here. Should we put it in here? Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Put it in the tacking area because it's a little buggy. It's not taking up a lot of space. Yeah, I'm going to suggest that we're going to leave it right here in this corner. So, Tavis, please put the buggy in this corner, just like the saddle rack is nearby. I don't think anybody will get in trouble with it. And then just pick up Thor, and we'll hand walk him into the house. Very lightweight buggy, very lightweight dog. Okay, and then just tell them up when you're going to pick them up into your arms. Say up. Very good. Okay, do you feel that there's any concern here? I think they'll be fine with it.
Should be
okay. All right. You have just watched Alpha and Beta review being saddled in the English saddle and being led on a walk. That's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Alpaca Girl.